I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on GBM, we're diving into the raw, powerful journey of Brandy Krueg, licensed social worker and certified critical incident stress management expert. She has penned a gripping memoir. It is called Turning Pain into Purpose. Her courageous story chronicles her path from a childhood steeped in abuse, neglect, and trauma to a life of advocacy and healing and resilience as well, proving that unwavering purpose can emerge from the greatest chaos. This memoir is a must-read beacon for those seeking the strength to break generational cycles and realize that while trauma may shape us, it doesn't have to define us. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put her on TV today. And we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her amazing book. The links are below this interview. Brandy, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Yes, thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Great to have you on the show. This is a powerful book that I think is going to help a lot of people. What made you decide to share your story with the world on the pages of this book?
Well, I'm a big advocate for people, and I think that with trauma comes growth. And I'd like people to see it that way instead of hiding it. I wish more people would be open about the traumas and help other people. So I'm hoping to play it forward is my goal.
When did you first realize that transformation was possible?
I think I've always known it, but when my husband died in 2002, and
Mm.
from that I made the decision this was going to be my life's mission.
Yeah,
It changed me. I wanted to speak up. I've always been an advocate for other people. And I just felt by being open and honest, it took the shame away and it hopefully empowers people.
yeah. Once you tell a secret, it's no longer the burden of a secret. You know what I mean? So it kind
Absolutely.
of frees you from the
Yeah.
trauma that was inflicted on you as a child, and you're a victim. And there's no reason why you should be ashamed of that. But people are. But I think coming forward and speaking about it and writing about it is important. Now, your mother battled bipolar disorder and addiction. What was it like kind of growing up in a household like that? What was it like navigating the challenges of having such instability at home?
Oh boy, where to even begin?
Yeah.
She's a teenage mom. My dad was always in and out of prison. I think that it taught me that there was never really a safe space.
Mhm.
And so I had to make that safe space. And I knew from an early age I wanted to go into law enforcement, which is quite opposite of how I was raised. So, with that, I realized that we're more alike. People are more alike than we are different. And
Mhm.
power comes from talking about it and supporting each other. So, I realized my household was different probably when I was about in the seventh grade.
Mhm.
My home was one that people couldn't come to. It was always filled with secrecy, marijuana smoke. My
Mhm.
mom was always a little much for most people.
Yeah.
A little much for most people. So I surrounded myself I went got a job, and from there I played it forward.
Yeah. I think that's the age when a lot of people realize that things are different at their house. When they go into
Yeah.
other friends' homes and see function as opposed to dysfunction, you realize
Yes.
that it's not like this at my house. It's not clean. There isn't dinner on the table. The people aren't fighting and all of that that comes with it. So I think that is a time of enlightenment for a lot of folks. Your work included work as a child abuse investigator. I guess that's a way of you paying it forward, right?
Yes, I wanted to be that person that wasn't there for me. So I
Yeah.
was hoping that I could be some change. So I did child abuse investigations for 15 years.
Hmm.
And then with that, obviously came more growth. I lost my husband during that time. I was raising young kids at that time. And I thought about what's the legacy I want to leave.
Hmm.
And so I wanted to be part of that change. And so I have my private practice where I work with first responders and their families.
Yeah. Tell us about that. It's called the Krug Agency or something like that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Krueg Therapy Service is the name of my private practice. In my private practice, I only see first responders and their families. So with that becomes like emergency room staff, any frontline worker, social workers, police officers, medics, firefighters, everything people typically think of a first responder, but we often forget about the people that are behind the scenes, like dispatchers. I see a lot of dispatchers, and I'm really trying to change that culture. So, with that, I work on everything from the trauma that people think of when they think of a first responder, but also things like marital stress, things that are spe special to the first responder, shift work, things like that, the
Mhm.
trauma we see, the trauma we, so I do that. I also travel all around doing critical incident stress responses, meaning after a shooting, after a particularly hard case, child deaths typically. So I travel all over the US doing those as well as for different various departments as well.
That must be tough for you. I mean, in a way, you grew up in a troubled household and suffered, trauma and abuse. And then to be confronted every day with other people's trauma and abuse or experiences of, horrific situations. How do you keep your head straight when dealing with all of that?
How do I keep it straight? That's a $1 million question.
Yeah.
I get a lot of it fills my bucket helping other people.
Mm.
Again, we are more alike than we are different.
Yeah.
And most responders come from backgrounds of wanting to help people, either because somebody did not help them or somebody did help them. And so recognizing that we're often the ones that are the least likely to go get help. So
Mm.
normalizing that for people and really just spreading the word. We are all more alike than we are separate. If people were honest about how hard and difficult marriage is, how difficult raising children is, and finances, all those things, and we were open about it, we would have more marriages saved. We would have
Mm.
more less suicide in our responders. And that really is my mission. My mission is to travel all over, spreading the word about resiliency, what that looks like, sharing my story of survival. I don't see myself as a victim.
Mhm.
I see myself as a survivor and
Mhm.
actually a thriver. There's so much growth that comes from living through trauma.
Yeah.
So that really is my goal.
Yeah. And by helping those first responders and those emergency responders, you're actually helping the whole family because the trauma that the firefighter or the dispatcher or the EMT goes through affects everyone in that family, right?
Oh, absolutely. And for generations. I'm also
Mm.
an in-house clinician for Stockton Police Department here in California.
Mm.
And they're doing a great job supporting the officers. Will means we'll be able to have officers in the field more often. There'll be less time off, normalizing it, just normalizing getting help for addictions, things that other people deal with, but nobody wants to talk about.
Yeah. How did faith help you? What kind of role did it play in your rising from survivor to thriver?
My faith.
Yeah.
So my faith became extremely, even more important to me after the loss of my husband in 2002.
Mm.
It really made me reevaluate things, made me prioritize things differently. My work as a responder was my identity for so many years, and losing Stephen really made me reevaluate that. And I have to believe that there's more good people in this world than there are not.
Mm.
And I think that if we all play it forward, if we all were a support person for somebody, what a better world this world would be. And I know I've lived through it all, so I believe. I
Yeah.
believe there's a better place, and I believe that God is real, and I believe that He put me here for a reason, and I think this is my reason.
Yeah. Part of your reason is to break the generational cycles of abuse
Oh,
and
yes.
trauma. You got out of your situation in your household and thrived. Your sister had more of a struggle. She battled with addiction. Tell us about helping her through her troubles.
Yeah, my sister wound up having bipolar disorder as well. My sister
Mm.
died a few years ago in an automobile accident.
Yeah.
She had been drinking and driving. She had never really been able to get clean, get sober, and get her mental health on track at the same time. So by my way of helping her, really, I had to have very strong boundaries. I tried to get her help. She did go get help, but I've really been there for her kids. She has
Mm.
amazing children, and hopefully, my by breaking this generations of this cycle of abuse and neglect and mental health, is I really advocate and really push the kids. They're not kids; they're all adults now, but to go get help, to talk about it, normalize it. It doesn't need to be a secret.
Yeah. Yeah,
Doesn't need to be a secret.
absolutely. For readers who feel broken or lost, what do you think is the first small step they can take to finding their own path towards healing?
That's a really good question. I think the biggest thing people need to have is a bucket list. We talk about a bucket list, but really have something that empowers you, makes you want to grow. And there's often this thing like figure out what grounds you, what defines you.
Mhm.
And then how do you achieve those goals? So if I want a healthy family, what do I need to do to have a healthy family? If I want a healthy lifestyle, what do I need to do to have that healthy lifestyle?
Mm.
And when we think about a whole person, we think about, oops, we think talk about mental health, we talk about physical health, we talk about spiritual health. People are so complex, but I think really find your purpose and be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. That's really what
Mm.
matters. And remember that our kids are looking, our kids are watching, and how we allow people to treat us or situations um, we keep ourselves in. We're teaching our children that that's okay.
Yeah,
How we allow others to treat us is like accepting that as being okay, and our kids are watching.
yeah,
So to remind ourselves of that.
absolutely, absolutely. It is a powerful book. It is a powerful reminder that trauma does not have to define us. It can shape us,
Mm.
but we can become our own person. We can rise above it. We can turn that pain into a platform. We can use it to help others who are suffering. And as Brandy has mentioned, all of us have gone through some kind of trauma. You know, I heard it likened one time to running a race with a backpack on. We all have bricks in that backpack. Some people just have more
Yes,
bricks in that backpack. So when you see somebody's eyes, you see somebody's smile, you see somebody's face, realize that there could be pain or hurting or trauma behind those eyes and be kind. I think that's a
absolutely.
great lesson here as well. The name of the book
Mhm.
is Turning Pain into Purpose. It is a gripping memoir by Brandy Krueg, and she helps us see that pain can be overcome. And the book serves as a powerful testament of hope, resilience, and showing how to transform trauma into a platform for unwavering purpose. Brandy, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Of course. Of course. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I appreciate your time and your insight and your candor in this book and in this interview. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford for the Global Book Network. So long for now.